Hello children, today we are going to start chapter number 9, Algebraic Expressions and Identities. It must be quite evident from the name that this chapter is related to algebra. Some of the terms that we are going to learn in this chapter are expression, what are terms, monomial, binomial, trinomial, polynomial, like terms, unlike terms, coefficient, factors and identities. These are the main points, the main topics which we are going to cover in this chapter. Let us go through them one by one. First of all, what are expressions? Expressions are formed by using variables and constants. So when you bring variables and constants together, they are called expressions. For example, now here we have two terms, variables and constants. What are those? If I write x, y, z, a, b, c, any letter to denote something, then it is called variable, and it can vary, it can differ, it can change. That is why it is called variables, right? So x, y, z, a, b, c, p, q, r, all these are considered as variables. And what are constants? In simple language, we can consider them as numbers. For example, 2, 3, 7, 15, all these are constants. The value remains same. 2 is going to remain 2, 3 is going to remain 3. There is not going to be any change over there, right? So they are called constants. So when a variable and a constant comes together, they form expressions like this. X plus 3, x is a variable, 3 is a constant. 2y minus 5, 2 and 5 are constant, y is a variable. 3x square, 4xy plus 7, all of these are expressions. If we take the example of 2y minus 5, it is made up of y as a variable and 2n minus 5 as constant, right? So these are expressions. Now what are terms? Expressions are formed of terms. How? See, terms are added to form expressions. For example, 5ab plus 90. So what are we adding over here? We are adding 5ab and 90. So these two things are added to form an expression. So how many terms are there? Two terms. See, consider it like this. 5ab is the first term and 90 is the second term. Over here 14gh minus 13. So over here what is added? 14gh and minus 13. So the second term will be minus 13. Do not forget the sign minus. So here you have two terms, 14gh and minus 13. Then 56m cube plus 65 minus yz. So over here we have three terms, 56m cube plus 65 and minus yz. So these three terms come together and form expressions, right? Terms are commonly made up of coefficients, variables or constants. What are coefficients? We will find out in the next topic. Now monomial. These are types of expressions. What is a monomial? Monomial is an expression which has only one term. See, an expression comprising of only one term is known as a monomial. See, 5x, 2y square, 6mn, all of these have only one term in them, right? So they are called monomials. Similarly, we have binomial. What is the difference? There will be two terms, like a plus b. How many terms are there? One. First one is a, second one is b. 4l, one term, 5m, second term. Means there should be how many terms? There should be two terms. See, a plus 4, 1 and 2, 5 minus 3xy, 5 and minus 3xy. Each of these have two terms in them. That is why they are called binomials. Then we have trinomials. Like the name suggests, it will have three terms. If any expression have three terms, then it is called trinomial. polynomial. Okay, see, A, B, C. How many terms? 3. 1, 2, 3. How many terms are there? 3. Over here also. 1, 2, 3. So, if in any expression has 3 terms, then it is called trinomial. Now, we have to remember polynomial. In general, an expression containing one or more terms with a non-zero coefficient is called polynomial. So, monomial, binomial, trinomial, they can also be called as polynomials. So, if any expression has one or more number of terms, then it can be called polynomial, right? Here, A, B, C, D, how many terms are there? 4 terms are there. It will be called polynomial. 3xy, only one term is there. It can be called monomial or polynomial. Both are correct. Then we have 2 terms here. 7xyz, first term, minus 10, second term. 2 terms are there. Binomial, polynomial, both are correct. Right. So, this is the concept of polynomial. So, what are the types of expressions? Monomial, binomial, trinomial, all can be considered under polynomial. Right. Then, what are like terms? Like terms are formed from the same variables. The power of these variables have to be same to be a like term. Coefficient of these like terms may or may not be the same. For example, if I write 2x, 7x, what is the variable here? X. Over here, x. Variable is same, power is same, coefficients are different, that is okay. These are like terms. When the variable and its power are same, the terms can be called like terms. Coefficient do not matter. What are coefficients here? 2 and 7. They are coefficients. If I write 2x and 7x square, then this will not be like terms. This will be unlike terms. Why? Because here the power of x is 1 and over here it is 2. So, the power should also be same. If the power is different, they will be called unlike terms. Over here, 7xy, 8xy. So, xy and xy, same variables, like terms. X square, like terms. xyz, xyz, right? Variable is same, power is same. So, they are called like terms. Then we have unlike terms. Terms that do not have same variable, they are called unlike terms. See over here, k square and g, different variables, unlike terms. X, y, z cube and k, l, m, totally different variables. So, they are called unlike terms. OP and x, again different variables. So, they will be considered as unlike terms. So, if the variables are same, like terms. If the variables are different, unlike terms. Then what is a coefficient? The numerical factor of a term is called its numerical coefficient or simply coefficient. Okay, for example, we have 7xy. Let me write it here, 7xy. What is the number over here? 7. This is the coefficient. These are variables. For coefficients, we are only concerned with 7. So, what is the coefficient here? 7. If I write minus 5t, the coefficient will be minus 5, not only t, it will be minus 5. Again, do not forget the minus sign, you have to consider it. Okay, so here the coefficient will be minus 5. Here minus 6ab, so the coefficient will be minus 6. 32 mn, coefficient will be 32. Minus 98 pk, so minus 98 will be your coefficient, right. Then we have factors. Terms themselves can be formed as the product of the factors. For example, if I write 12xy, what is this? This is nothing but the multiplication of 12 into x into y. These are called factors. What are the factors here? 12x and y. So, these terms are coming together, these factors are coming together to form a term, right. So, here we have 3 factors, 12x and y. See over here, 14x. So there are two things over here, 14 and x. 11j, 11 and j, they are multiplied to form 11j. Minus 5x, minus 5 and x. 10, there is only 10, so only one term, for one factor, 10. Here you will have nothing. OP, so O and P, when they come together, they form a term called OP. Okay. Now, let us use these concepts to solve the sums of exercise 9.1. Identify the terms, their coefficients for each of the following expressions. Expressions are given to you over here. You have to identify the terms and their coefficients. So, over here, 5xyz square minus 3zy. So, what are the terms? There are two terms, 5xyz square and minus 3zy. See, first and second. Now, the coefficient for this will be 5 and here it will be minus 3. Then we have 1 plus x square. Three terms are 1, x and x square, and for all the three coefficients are 1. 4x square minus 4x square y square z square plus z square. So, we have three terms. Let us see the coefficients. Here we have 4 minus 4, and if nothing is there, there will be 1. So, here we have 1. 3 minus pq plus qr minus p. How many terms are there? 4 terms are there. 3 minus pq, qr and minus p, and their coefficients will be 3 minus 1, 1 and minus 1. Then we have x by 2 plus y by 2 minus xy. So, 3 terms, x by 2, y by 2 and minus xy. Coefficients 1 by 2 and minus 1. Then we have 0.3a minus 0.6ab plus 0.5b. So, the terms are 0.3a minus 0.6ab and 0.5b. And what are the coefficients? 0.3 minus 0.6 and 0.5. These will be the coefficients. Come on. Classify the following polynomials as monomials, binomials, trinomials. Which polynomials do not fit in any of these categories? So, you have to classify this as monomials, binomials and trinomials. Let us do together. X and y, two terms are there. If two terms are there, what do we call? We call the expression as binomial. Thousand, only one term is there. So, it will be a monomial. X plus x square plus x cube plus x4, 4 terms are there, polynomial. 7 plus y plus 5x, 3 terms are there, trinomial. 2y minus 3y square, 2 terms are there, binomial. 2y minus 3y square plus 4y cube, 3 terms are there, so trinomial. 5x minus 4y plus 3xy, 3 terms, trinomial. 4z minus 15z square, 2 terms are there, so binomial. AB plus BC plus CD plus DA, 4 terms, polynomials. PQR, only one term, monomial. P square Q plus PQ square, 2 terms are there, binomial. 2p plus 2q, again you have 2 terms, so it will be binomials. So, everywhere that you have polynomial, you will write that it does not fit in the category of monomial, binomial or trinomial. Therefore, it is called a polynomial, right. So, this is how you differentiate between different expressions. I hope that this concept, the beginning concepts of this chapter were clear to you, because everything else will be based on these topics. If not, watch it again, and now I will see you in our next lecture. Till then, take care and bye-bye.